Pleiades to bounce my set, whatever, and that's game over. Alright, Constellar player, let's duel. I don't actually know how good the Constellar engine is in this format. Admittedly, it might just be too strong for a lot of the early world champions, meaning that I could have just sentenced a lot of decks to die right away, but who knows? This deck is actually really impressive. Tanky to search. What do you got for me, sir? Giedi. Kaos. And pass turn. Okay. Well, it's my turn, and I refuse to be the last one to take the fall. I'll activate Dark Hole to destroy every monster in the field. I'll follow it up with a copy of Forceful Sentry to look at your hand. Shuffling Star Guide. Activating Graceful Charity to draw 3 cards, discarding 2. I discard Sinister Serpent and Warrior Lady. And then I will put a monster in defense mode and set 1 card face down. Make your move. My opponent draws a card, summons Algiedi, activates Cradle to shuffle 2. To add 2 to his hand. This is not good for me. He ends his turn like that? Why? Sinister Serpent's effect will activate, adding it to my hand. Allow me to check the graveyard. Do you have anything with exactly 16? No, he does not. Then I'm gonna put a monster in defense mode and call that my turn. Your move. When my opponent starts, he summons another Algiedi. Algiedi will then special summon another one, Kaos. Kaos will target 2 Constellars and make them 5s, summoning Pleiades. Pleiades will start bouncing my cards. Or not. Magician of Faith to add back Dark Hole to break the board even further. Angel's effect will now kick in, summoning a Warrior Lady from the deck. Okay, you know what? This Chaos Control list is actually a lot cooler. I really like it compared to Hand Destruction. Because this Chaos Control list makes the game a lot more fun. This is probably one of my favorite retro formats, even though it doesn't have Yatagarasu in it. But in defense of this format, that's because Yatagarasu was banned, not because nobody played it. Either way, we're going to Dark Hole here. Pleiades will bounce my set. I don't know why you want to do that, but sure, go ahead. Then I'll I'll reborn your Pleiades, just to have a body on the field. That's pretty strong, not the strongest, but pretty strong. I'll set a monster in defense mode in case you break my board, and I'll start swinging for first blood. You might as well give up already, O'Brien. Mwahahahahaha. I'll set 1 card face down. Did I call him O'Brien? It's Orion. It might be Orion, depending on your translation. I'll set MST and pass, although he doesn't know what MST does, I do. He'll set a card and ends his turn. During his end phase, I'm actually going to MST his set. Because you never know with this deck. It's Call of the Haunted, see what I mean? And now we're gonna start wrecking his shit. By summoning Kaiku and entering the battle phase, we can start banishing monsters from his graveyard. By doing so, his spells that enable recursion will no longer be live. So Kaos and Algiedi will be banished. And Pleiades will attack directly for 25, dropping him down to 12. Come on, Mr. Constellar player, aren't you gonna show me your combos from hell? I'm very disappointed in you. If you think Tenki is gonna stop me, you're mistaken. 2000? The fuck? Okay. Where did that come from? Doesn't really matter because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I special summon Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. Mwahahahahahaha. I activate its effect to send everything to grave, ending this duel. Now, I will say that Chaos Control is one of my favorite decks. It's the deck that got me interested in a lot of retro formats. Playing the actual Chaos Control instead of the World's List is a lot more fun, but the World's List is good enough. Okay, this is a hand. Look at this brokenness right here. I really do miss the early parts of my YouTube channel when I was playing a deck like this one, because my goodness, it was so much more fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm really liking the progression series that David and I are doing. It's just that, you know, sometimes it can get a bit heated, and other times it can become a bit of an anger fest. And, you know, I don't want YouTube for me to just be people getting angry all the time. I actually want to be in a situation where I can start having a good time from beginning to end, instead of something else. He sends a Stargazer. Why did he do that? I don't know. Doesn't really matter, mind you, because we're going to summon Breaker. And then using Breaker's effect, we're going to pop his swords. Activate effect. Pop the Swords of Concealing Light. Flip up Kaiku and proceed to enter the battle phase. I will say, for those of you who have played this game using the story decks, Yuya's deck is so bad until you get to the second half, where he starts taking boss monsters off dead people. Once we get there, his deck gets a lot cooler, but that means that you have to play about 50% of the story completely gimped as Yugioh, and sometimes it's not the most fun thing in the world. Okay. We're in a bit of a pickle here because the opponent now has access to Otoai's Pendulam Dragon, and outing this thing is a bit of a nightmare. I honestly think it's better for him to just start popping my guys. Ooh, never mind. That's too risky. Torrential. I know I'll come back next turn, but I have to stall for time. Okay, we can somewhat pull off this one off. I'll set 2 cards. Activate Mirage of Nightmare. And then Monster Reborn, Shisha Sose, for Kaiku. And hopefully, while we inflict damage to the opponent, we can draw into an out. Please. Please let me draw into an out. That's my only desire right now. I end my turn. Come on, game. Give me one of my MSTs and a card that outs back row. Not what I needed. Or more accurately, not what I wanted. I could probably play through with this. Because there's Pendulum Dragon, who does double life point damage, which is a really cool effect. I don't know why this guy's nerfed in the anime. This guy does not need to be so weak like he is in the anime. A second Odd Eyes. Oh no. Ah, crap. Well, there goes that one. I draw. Please discard Moth. Ah, you motherfucker. Yeah, kick me in the face, why don't you? Holy crap, that was bad. My goodness, that was not it. I will put Moth in defense mode and proceed to end my turn because that was laughably bad. My goodness. Still nothing. Well, I got Heavy Storm, but now I need an MST. If I don't draw MST next turn, I can't do anything. He's back. Using Moss Effect, we're gonna add back the Dark Hole. But will this really matter? I don't know. Nope, it doesn't matter. Yep. Woo! I got shafted from that one. My goodness, that was horrible. I'm gonna Dark Hole here. I'm gonna flip up Prima for Critter. Yeah, for Critter. I'll sacrifice Critter for Jinzo and then attempt to search something off of this. Critter will probably add me, I don't know, anything. Anything, I don't care. The problem now is that Pendulum monsters have this really annoying mechanic of just coming back every single turn. So I guess Warrior Lady is my only safe bet here, but even then Mirage might just discard my Warrior Lady anyways. Or worse, it's already too late, and we've made it into a far enough game state that it doesn't matter if I out his board, he just has too much progress in his game state that he'll win. Mirage for the draw 3, still no MST by the way, still no MST, that's actually outrageous. Still no ban cards, that's worse. You know, I do give credit to the World Championship players because their decks are significantly stronger than the average deck. But at the same time, compared to this nonsense, it really isn't. Okay. I can start playing Yugioh again. I'll Confi his hand, getting rid of swords. I'll set Warrior Lady in defense mode and set Scapegoat. Okay, Sakaki, you start playing right now. We're gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's right. I'm not allowed to activate spell or traps, but monster effects are still good to go. But of course, he'll summon again. He'll summon another Odd Eyes, that's the worst part. The question now is, what the hell do I do? I'm in a situation where I can't win the top deck war at all. Ah, I can do this. I summon Shining Angel. Battle. Shining Angel will attack Turn Toad. Main phase 2. Creature swap. Hasta la vista, baby. I end my turn. What's that, Yuya? You no longer have a boss monster? Too bad. That's right. Cry about it. I draw into Warrior Lady. Warrior Lady will now be used as an instrument for my victory. Pendulum Dragon will attack Shining Angel. Warrior Lady will attack Shining Angel. Shining Angel's effect will activate special summoning a Warrior Lady from my deck. And I'll attack you directly with Warrior Lady. That's right, Yuya-san. Prepare to take all the damage. Your move. But he's gonna Pendulum Summon again, oh no. What do you got for me? Oh, just Trample Links? That's fine. Swords. Could I flip up this one though, because it wasn't set by this thing's effect? No, I can't. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 cards would be sent, so it's not worth it. I activate Graceful to draw 3 cards and discard 2. Sinister Serpent. and Magical Scientist to the grave. I activate Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy your Swords of Concealing Light. Mwahaha, allowing me to flip summon all of my monsters again. That's right, Yugioh-san. You can't defeat me like that. Huh. I gotta say, these World Champion deck lists are actually unreal. It's as if they have a solution for everything. Now, if you overwhelm them because your deck is faster, then so be it. But when it comes to just brute forcing the game, these decks are second to none. Hiiragi Yuzu uses a Melodious deck. Although, I did used to call it Meliodas, because I didn't know how to pronounce the damn thing. Alright, Yuzu-san, show me what you got. Shining Angel. Okay. Set 1, pass turn. That's not nice. Well, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna Warrior Lady. And attack. No effect of Warrior Lady. I just want it to be there like a landmine. And there's the Melodious Diva. Main phase 2, we'll set Scapegoat and end our turn. What do you got for me, Hiiragi-san? Are you gonna fight me? Maybe the opponent is smarter than I gave her credit for. Or maybe not. Atana. Oh no. Oh crap. That's too many monsters right away. I will banish both. Athena's direct attack will be stopped by my Scapegoat. Well, I must give you credit, Hiiragi-san. Your tactics are impeccable. You managed to put me on the back foot on the third turn of the duel. That's insane. However, I'm sure you'll find that the strategy you employed is not enough to defeat me. I'll set a monster in defense mode and end my turn. What do you got for me, Hiiragi-san? Hiiragi-san uses Athena, sacrificing it for Sonata. And then Athena gained attack points because of Sonata. Then Serenade was summoned, which burned me for more life. But Witch is now summoned, allowing me to add Tribe Infecto Virus to my hand. And this is the beginning of the end for you, Hiiragi-san. First, I activate Goyoku Natsubo to draw 2 cards. And then, I activate Black Hole to destroy every monster on the field. Afterwards, I'll activate Shisha Sose, Monster Reborn, to special summon Athena. And with Athena on the field, you're screwed. And anyone asking me to say Athena, that's the American bullshit. I normal summon Kaiku, the Ghost of Destroyer, and proceed to enter my battle phase. Kaiku will attack you directly. Kaiku's effect will now kick in and banish Sonata and Serenade. And Athena will attack directly for 2600. I end my turn. Okay? Listen to me, Yuzu-san. I'm the world champ, not you. Damn. Alright, when a fairy's summoned, it screws you over. Ha 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 ha. Well, now it is my turn to go on the offensive. I summon a second Kaiku. And I enter my battle phase. Kaiku will attack the face-down monster. It's a Shining Angel. For Sonata, Athena will not kick off and burn you for 6. Next, I'll have Kaiku attack Sonata. Using Kaiku's effect, I'm going to banish the 2 Shining Angels in your graveyard. That's right. And then Atena will attack you, your monster, your Nova Shokan. And that summons Serenade, but Serenade by itself won't do enough, and Atena will burn you for 6. I end my turn. If you attempt to summon anything, Hiiragi-san, it's game over. Because your entire deck is full of fairies. Which means you lose. I enter my battle phase. Kaiku, attack, Serenade. It's 1900, isn't it? I thought that said 900. Crap. Atena, attack directly. Kaiku, attack for game. Meaning that it's time to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! How will you fight us? That's a really good hand. A hand that would be really strong in literally any other context. But I refuse. I draw. I activate Confiscation. I look at your hand for 1,000 life points, and I send Fusion Recycling Plant to the graveyard. Afterwards, I activate Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck. Nice. I then summon Breaker, the magical warrior. Using Breaker's effect, it'll gain a spell counter. I remove a spell counter to destroy your face-down card in the middle of your 2 cards. And then, I enter my battle phase. I'll have Breaker, the magical warrior, attack your face-down. Gem Knight Tourmaline, 1800 defense. That's not very nice. I'll set 3 cards face down. That ends my turn. Your move. Gem Knight Garnet. Well, I hate to do this, but I activate Torrential Tribute. What does that do? Banish from your graveyard? I walked right into that, didn't I? Okay, I'll allow it. Well, at least it's just Topaz. It's not the other ones. Can attack twice. Oh. I didn't think you could do it. What the hell? You died? What? That doesn't seem right. Did I misread something? Do you kill yourself? No. Oh, it's this thing, isn't it? Destroy it during the end phase. Okay. I thought I was screwed. I'll use the Forceful Sentry to send your polymerization back to your hand, and then I summon Kurokimori no Witch. Kurokimori no Witch will attack directly for 11, and now the momentum of this duel is back in my hands. It's your move. Isn't her name like Kasumi or something? I need to look up the Gem Knight player's name because I don't remember it. Graceful Charity. Drawing 3 cards, and I discard Nobleman of Crossout and Scapegoat. I then normal summon DD Warrior Lady. And now, I have begun my ruthless assault. Prepare for battle. Warrior Lady, take a back seat while Witch attacks directly. And now it's your turn. Ichigen no Onna Senshi. I end my turn. This is about to go crazy. Fusion conscription for Ruby. Speaking of that, sad news, Rooster Teeth shut down. Meaning Ruby Volume 10 will never happen. It's a sad day, because I actually like that show. 3,000... 4,100... 5,700, that's game. Prepare to die. Because you see... Behold, the ultimate power. Man, these World Championship decks are actually crazy. I can't believe it. And next, we'll go up against X-Sabers. Now, X-Sabers aren't actually the deck that I'm scared of. I'm scared of the other one, Super Heavy Samurai. Now, thankfully, these aren't, you know, the competitive TCG OCG Super Heavy Samurai. These are the early Arc 5 Super Heavy Samurai, so they're a complete joke. But I still need to watch out for them, because they're still strong. I'll put a monster in defense mode. And then I'll set 2 cards face down. Make your move. My opponent will draw Emmer's Blade. Shining Angel's effect to special summon DD Warrior Lady from the deck. So are you gonna use your effect? Oh right, it's when he's destroyed. Now when he destroys something. I guess it's my turn. I summon Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. And I enter my battle phase. Kaiku will attack. Go ahead, summon your monster. Boggart Knight, okay. Will attack you with Warrior Lady. Warrior Lady will then banish it. I end my turn. My opponent is phenomenal. Full Helm Knight, set 1. During your end phase, I'm gonna use MST to pop the new set. Saber Reflection, not what I wanted to see, but not the worst thing in the world. I'll set a card in defense mode, and I'll have Kaiku attack Full Helm. What? Oh, you can target the attacking monster and get the attack. Only be used once though, so good luck with that one. You can't do that again. Urus. How is that summoned? That's so minus though. I don't care. Torrential Tribute. That's too strong to allow. I'm sorry, Muff. I didn't think that would happen. But now, the momentum of the game is back in my hand. Heavy Storm. And then I summon DD Warrior Lady. And I'll enter my battle phase. DD Warrior Lady will attack you directly. In the main phase 2, I will set 1 card face down. Make your move. Boggart Knight. 4 and a 1. Oh, he just adds that guy back, and so that's actually powerful. Because no matter what happens, he gets his cards back every time. Well, I activate Scapegoat. That should buy me 2 turns. Maybe 1. That attack very much hurts, sir. But I am far from finished. I activate Pot of Greed. It allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck. Time for some plot armor. I'll then summon the Magical Scientist. Then I'll use his effect to special summon Thousand Eyes Restrict. I'll use the effect of Thousand Eyes Restrict to take your Fall Toll and enter my battle phase. Thousand Eyes Restrict will attack your Boggart Knight. I will then end my turn. During the end phase, Thousand Eyes Restrict returns to the extra deck. You're weaker than me, fool. I'll switch my Magical Scientist to defense mode and set a monster in defense mode. Your move. My opponent once again continues the assault by putting a second Ragigura. Ragigura will then summon another X-Saber. That one. Can you summon it? They don't have to be the same name. That's nuts. That's actually unfair. Doesn't even have to be the same name. Okay. Pot of Greed to draw 2 more cards in the next turn. Synchro summoning for Gothams. That's not once per turn. That's unreal. But I'm far from finished. I paid 100 life points to add to special summon the Magical Scientist from my graveyard. I will now use the effect of the Magical Scientist, paying 1,000 more life points to special summon Thousand Eyes Restrict. Using Thousand Eyes Restrict's effect, I'm gonna take your X-Saber Gothams. Entering the battle phase, Thousand Eyes Restrict with 3,100 attack points will attack your LMS Blade. I end my turn. Anu Piranha. 1,800. Okay, fine. Main phase 2. I'll have my Magical Scientist summon a second Restrict. Thousand Eyes Restrict will now activate, sending your Anu Piranha to my field. During the end phase, both of them will return to the extra deck. I must hand it to you, X-Saber-san. You are a phenomenal duelist. We are now tied. We were perfectly tied. 0 in hand, 0 in field, 3,700 each. So now, you're in the top deck war with me, the Chaos Control player. Can you defeat me? Find out. I set a card and end my turn. That's fine. Uruz will attack me. I refuse to go out like this. You are gonna have to make me go out like this. Doesn't even matter. No. Try me. Try me. You're not gonna win like that. I end my turn. Gothams was crazy. He really emptied my hand. Well, I hope your synchro is worth it. He doesn't even want to attack. It's funny. What do you do? Ah, so he's literally trapped. Neither of those effects do anything. Go. I won't stop you. Okay, Sosa. You will destroy me. Or you thought, Mira Force. Dark Soul will add that guy again. I hate that guy. I hate him. You know how much I hate him? I activate Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy your face down. And then I use the Forceful Sentry to shuffle it back into the deck. I got rid of another one. 1. I now switch Warrior Lady into attack mode. Attack him directly. While I'm losing the life point war, I have control of the game for now. The strategy that these world champions use to create their deck is unparalleled. I draw Graceful Charity. This allows me to draw 3 cards and discard 2. I discard Jinzo and Breaker, the Magical Warrior. I then banish a light monster and a dark monster from the game. Magician of Faith. And the Magical Scientist. Farewell, my friends. I special summon Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Now, I could have won, but I don't know if you have a Grave Effect, because these aren't old-ass decks. These are newer decks. Not new decks. Yeah, I knew it. I wouldn't have won anyways. Battle. DD Warrior Lady. Attack him directly. You must do something on your next turn, or you will lose. That's right. In the end, I reversed the situation back to you. You may have put me on the back foot for the entire game, but that won't help you anymore. Blackluster Soldier, use your effect once more, and remove his face-down monster from the game. Battle phase. DD Warrior Lady, attack my opponent directly and end this duel. Ah, snap. That was fire. Actually fire. But now, here is where I might lose the deck, because Gongensaka has a powerful deck. His deck is broken. Now, luckily for me, he doesn't play the new support. I would love a remake of this game. I really would. This game needs a remake, because all the Vrains cards are out now, except for Blood Shepherd's deck. You know what? Print Blood Shepherd's deck and print Sawatari's first deck, and you could remake this game. Dead serious. Albeit, Dawn Thousand's deck might be really strong, even for new players. Especially for new players, actually. Okay. I draw. First, I activate the Forceful Sentry, allowing me to look at your hand. I'll shuffle... I'll shuffle Scales into your deck. Then I use Confiscation to send your Benkei to the graveyard. Afterwards, I'll activate Smashing Ground to destroy your big Waraji. I normal summon DD Warrior Lady and enter my battle phase. DD Warrior Lady, attack his face-down monster. What does this do? Nothing. In the main phase 2, I'll set 1 card face down. It's your move, Gongensaka-san. He puts a monster in defense mode. I guess I did lock him out of his game state. Out of his, hand. His resources have been sealed tight. Not perfectly, because Yatagarasu no longer exists in the game, but close enough. I end my turn. Now you have to get on the offensive, sir. Otherwise, you're gonna start losing your stuff. Mwahahaha. Man, these World Champion decks know how to put the opponent on the back foot for real. It's actually crazy how quickly that you can turn the game against the opponent with just a few cards, and still have cards left over to make your plays. I remember, I believe when we got here in the original Let's Play, we struggled against this guy. I believe it was this guy. I'm more concerned on how we're supposed to defeat Hochu Miyaru, because Hochu Miyaru's deck is, Prediction Princess deck. That deck is very powerful, very consistent, and pre-Arc 5 era decks just don't have realistic counters to it. I sacrifice Critter to summon Jinzo. Using Critter's effect, I'm gonna search a monster, but I don't know which one I'm gonna search. That's a good question. Mwahahaha. Jinzo Ningen, Psycho Shokan shita. Kurita will allow me to add Kurokimori no Witch from my deck to my hand. That's right, baby. Battle phase. 15. And 24. Alright, Gongensaka, you better have an out. I'm dead serious. You better have an out, because there's no way you don't have a play after this. See, this was the overwhelming advantage of just breaking his board on turn 1. He can't come back. Super Heavy Samurai doesn't have a grind game pre-support that the current one does. And because of that, it can't deal with just generically good cards. Doesn't matter. Game over. How long has that been? That was about an hour, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was about an hour of duels. I'll probably cut this up into 2 parts. Have a nice day, and I hope you like the concept of this series.